Tonight, going beyond Kitchener, the first GO train to roll back into Stratford from Toronto in what many hope will be a permanent return to the festival city. Good evening. For years, GO trains from Toronto along the Kitchener line have only gone as far as Kitchener. But tonight, an extension to Stratford, which was tested a few years ago, is back in place. CTV's Jeff Pickle was on the platform tonight as people arrived in the festival city on a journey they hope will be an option for good.
The first GO train returning to Stratford after a 3-year wait, bringing passengers who are already giving it positive reviews.
Well, GO was great because I didn't have to drive, so there was like no traffic stress at all. It was fabulous.
GO train first came to Stratford in 2021 during a COVID-era pilot, but that was shut down in 2023. Tonight, a return that Metrolinx has said is here for good.
I like driving, but sometimes I just like to sit back and relax and, listen to a podcast, take a nap.
The ride more than just a pleasant trip for some.
I had to go to Toronto for a doctor.
Okay.
I've been going for 2 or 3 years, and we usually go to Kitchener.
Yep.
Catch the GO train there and come back there and have somebody pick us up, bring us back to Stratford. So this is wonderful.
Departing Stratford at 6:15 in the morning, the train moves down the Kitchener line and arrives at Union Station just before 9 a.m. The return departs Union just before 5 p.m. and pulls into Stratford at 7:30. The train a major hit for passengers and for some potential first-time riders.
It's cool. I know it used to be here, but now it's been gone for a couple years. So, getting this little girl on a train too would be kind of cool from our hometown. Why not, right?
For the mayor of Stratford, this means good news for tourism and also people and businesses who want to call Stratford home.
We know that individuals that are thinking about Stratford as maybe a business entity or thinking about Stratford as a new home, this might, open the door for that for sure.
GO trains also run on the weekend. The city says they hope to add more trains in the future. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Stratford.
A Kitchener man is now facing multiple charges in a fatal crash that happened just over a week ago. It was back on June 27th when a 62-year-old woman who was a pedestrian was hit by a vehicle at Victoria Street North and Frederick Street. She was taken to the hospital where she was later pronounced dead. Today, regional police announced the driver, a 41-year-old Kitchener man, has been charged with careless driving causing death, making an unsafe turn, and being a novice driver with a blood alcohol reading above 0. He is set to appear in court in September. Regional police are still appealing for tips or dash cam footage of the crash. Waterloo Region's real estate slowdown is dragging on into the summer. Last month was the slowest June on record. The Cornerstone Association of Realtors says the number of sales in June was up from May, but was still down by almost 3% from a year earlier, with Kitchener and Waterloo posting the deepest declines in sales activity. Average prices across all home types were also down by more than 6%, with average townhouse prices falling the most. So if we take a look at those across all of the home categories, single-family homes averaging $834,000 now, that's down 7.4% from June of last year. Semi-detached dropping 8.8% to $591,000. Townhouses down by 9.2% to $567,000 on average, and condos dropping 9% to an average sale price of $395,000 during June. Another boost for the KW Symphony's effort to build back from bankruptcy. City Council has agreed to provide the organization with a one-time grant, though, as CTV's Spencer Turcott tells us, that green light didn't come without some tough questions.
The sound of the KW Symphony is growing stronger once again. Nearly 3 years after the Symphony's sudden collapse and bankruptcy, Kitchener Council is investing in its rebuilding efforts.
It is a huge public confidence boost, right? It shows that we've been able to prove that we're on the right path.
The council approved a one-time $70,000 grant to support operations.
We're in the middle of hiring 2 new part-time positions to help us on the operations side as well.
The city previously provided the Symphony with an annual grant, but following the Symphony's insolvency, they no longer qualified for the grant stream. And before councillors agreed to this latest grant, they had some tough questions for the Symphony.
The Symphony was not sustainable in the past. Yeah. What's different now?
Is a Symphony sustainable long-term without city donations?
The Symphony now has a new board leading the way, and they operate with much fewer staff members. As for sustainability, the Symphony says they will likely rely on donations going forward, including from the city. So Kitchener Council agreed to consider another round of funding next year, with the amount tied to how much revenue the Symphony brings in.
The reporting requirements are similar to what the museum is needing to report back to the city, and so it's about not just sustainability, but it's about transparency. The city of Kitchener used to support the Symphony with upwards of $400,000 a year, and so really wanting to make sure as they're rebuilding an organization that we are helping them build at a sustainable way.
As for this year's grant approval, the Symphony's board chair offered council some reassurance they made the right decision.
We have absolutely resolved that we will not go down the deficit route. We will not be incurring deficits. We will not go down that road again. Absolutely not.
A promise that the Symphony is ready for the music, not the money, to take center stage. Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Kitchener.
You may have noticed those bright orange e-scooters around Waterloo Region have been disappearing over the last few days. Well, the company that owns the popular devices was bought out by another e-vehicle company. And as CTV's Heather Centerin tells us, it could take some time to roll out new ones.
Yeah, they will be parked. This is all that's left of the Neuron e-scooters in Uptown Waterloo. Stickers to show where they once were.
They stood out. The branding was great. It was orange. So now that they are gone, you usually see the empty spot, right?
While it is out with the orange, soon it will be in with the green. After Lime Canada acquired Neuron Canada, the company that supplied Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge's e-vehicle fleet. The question remains, when will Lime's fleet roll out in Waterloo Region? In a statement to CTV News, Lime didn't lay out an official timeline, but says it could be in the coming days or weeks, adding that we understand that people all over Canada and in Waterloo Region rely on shared micro-mobility, and we want to get residents riding Lime as soon as possible. The Uptown BIA hopes the service gap is filled as fast as possible.
Going into July and August is the heavy activation event season in the region between the cities, so it'll be great to have those e-scooters back again in the transit hubs in the urban areas so people are able to move around faster.
Move around faster and in style. Lime says it's bringing its Gen 4 e-scooters and new e-bikes, considered to be an upgrade.
We see them regularly, folks using it regularly. Folks are hopping back and forth, which is great, so we want it to be back.
Lime says Neuron will reimburse all riders with outstanding account balances, and while the cost to ride the new scooters hasn't been revealed yet, Lime says it will also be introducing a subscription plan for frequent riders and a program to make the cost more affordable for anyone receiving government subsidies. Waterloo Region is one of 12 Canadian regions and cities where the Lime takeover is underway. Heather Centerin, CTV News, Waterloo.
The heat wave we ended June with wasn't enough to steal the headline as the biggest weather story of the month. The University of Waterloo Weather Station says the overall temperature last month was just 0.2 degrees above average. But the rain, well, that was a different story. 102 millimeters recorded in June. That's much higher than the average 71 millimeters. The rainiest day was June 18th, when the region recorded almost 30 millimeters. Well, coming up later on CTV News, raiding restrooms in Waterloo Region, the new online group that has people talking about where to go.
You know, a bathroom like this, I'm probably going to give like a 2 out of 5.
CTV's Alexandra Hollick will meet the mom behind it, who says this project is about more than just cleanliness. Here's our satellite and radar image. Pretty much in the clear across southern Ontario tonight, although you can see there's a lot of rain moving through upstate New York, even a little bit of thunderstorm activity this hour. So there is some active weather happening around us, but let's take a look at our current temperatures right now. They're on the pleasant side, ranging from 19 in Hamilton to 22 in London. Factor in the humidity, and it is still a little humid out there this evening, feeling like 29 in Toronto, 26 in KW, feeling like 30 in London right now. Well, here's a look at a dragon boat team training along the Avon River in Stratford a little bit earlier this evening. Beautiful shot from our photographer Dan Lochner on a sunny Monday, July evening. We'll be back with more news in 2 minutes.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. ctvkitchener.ca, your home for news.
Supporters of a popular Toronto bar are celebrating a victory tonight. Sneaky D's, a favorite for food and live music for decades, has been spared the wrecking ball, and redevelopment plans for the site have been withdrawn. CTV's Beth McDonnell has more in this report.
Sneaky D's is safe! Jubilation after an intense battle. To save one of the city's most cherished cultural spaces on the corner of College and Bathurst, known for hosting live music, community events, and, yes, it's nachos. Mayor Olivia Chow showing her support by posting this video enjoying a large plate after the news came down. In a letter late Friday afternoon, the developer notified the city it would withdraw its application for the condo that would have seen the landmark torn down and reopen a new Sneaky D's in the building's basement. Activists closely involved celebrated the win by tearing down the project billboard outside.
We all feel incredible about this accomplishment.
Elation and relief.
The activists let me know they had heard that the Royal Bank still owned its own property.
Diane Sachs, the city councillor for the area, says the saga dates back 6 years when the applicant certified it owned 5 properties for the project, with city staff ultimately recommending council approve demolition of Sneaky D's. The chip started to fall after she heard the Royal Bank next door, also set to be swallowed for the condo, wasn't in fact owned by the developer. She says she asked for a title search which revealed the developer only owned 2 of the 5 properties and reached out to Royal Bank. A few days later, the bank replied to the city in a letter stating, RBC is not a participant in any such development program on its lands, and RBC operates a retail bank branch at this site and intends to carry on with its use. Sachs says about an hour after the letter, the applicant sent its own letter withdrawing plans for the condo.
Planning lawyers tell me they've never seen anything like it. It doesn't make any financial sense for the applicant to spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on an application if they don't then have the right to use the land.
While Sneaky D's lives on for now, the activists say the fight to permanently save it isn't over. They're now looking at how to secure the building with heritage protection and have questions how the city was able to make such an error.
It's been 6 years and no one bothered to check who owned each plot of land. That is just mind-blowing. Not only how did it happen, how many times in the past did it happen already, and what can the city do moving forward to prevent this?
It's a head scratcher for sure. It's very confusing and concerning.
Without imminent closure, staff and customers are feeling positive. There is more time at this beloved space.
I'm glad that they're not tearing down another institution in the city.
It was always one of the spots that I would go, so I'm so happy that it still will be here.
Here for the food, music, and the community. We reached out for comment from the city on how the ownership of lands issue was missed and if anything will be done differently going forward. It's working on our request. We also reached out to the firm communicating for the developer in this case, but have not heard back. Beth McDonnell, CTV News.
University football talent that was developed right here in Waterloo Region was on full display in the Canadian Football League last night. Following quarterback injuries on both the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and Hamilton Ticats, two players whose paths toward the pros came through this region took to the field. CTV's Karis Mapp has the story.
Algersma with 20 touchdowns in 2024 for the Golden Hawks, and this time gives it off on the end around, heading inside the 15, and it's Pokey Wilson, touchdown!
Taylor Algersma making his professional football debut last night as a Winnipeg Blue Bomber taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. The former Laurier Golden Hawk quarterback taking snaps after starter Zach Collaros left the game early with an injury.
Taylor jumped into the fray, which is exactly what you're asked to do when you're in that situation as the backup.
Algersma recently returning to Canada after chasing opportunities in the NFL.
Playing on the biggest stages of Canadian university football and then getting his opportunity with the Green Bay Packers. I think he's not scared by any situation.
The rookie leading the Blue Bombers to a come-from-behind 14-13 win.
Being a young guy getting there for the first time, you can kind of expect some certain pressures from the defense, and we did a great job managing that to start when I got in there.
I got the opportunity to text with him a little bit after the game, and he was very Taylor-like, already kind of like, thank you, it was a team win. And so just kind of his personality that he's not a guy to put the spotlight on himself ever. And so he's still very much himself through all of this.
Algersma wasn't the only player on the field with ties to Waterloo. Former University of Waterloo QB Trey Ford also came into the game after Ticats star Bo Levi Mitchell was carted off the field with an injury.
When I realized when Bo Levi Mitchell went down that Trey Ford might be coming in, I'm looking at Dwayne Ford, who's working with me in the booth, and going, Dwayne, I'm pretty sure we're just going to get a Laurier-Waterloo game right now.
Marking the first time two U Sports quarterbacks have attempted a pass in a CFL game since 1969.
There's just always been fighting this little bit of stigma that our quarterback development in Canada is not quite there compared to, American quarterbacks who come up.
Showing some of what Canadian quarterbacks have to offer.
The quarterback development in this country is better than it has ever been before, so you're getting more and more players coming out every year that are worthy of the opportunity.
Karis Mapp, CTV News.
Well, later on CTV News, where to go and what it might look like when you get there. The Waterloo mom who's been getting a lot of responses in her quest to rate restrooms across Waterloo Region. CTV's Alexandra Hollick will tell us what that's all about coming up. But first, we're going to check in now with Ashley Bacon for a preview of our forecast.
You can turn your AC down and crack the windows open tonight because comfortable sleeping conditions are on the way. But how hot will it get tomorrow? Those details with your full forecast coming up. Stay with us.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Well, we have a beautiful look tonight at the Avon River in Stratford from our photographer Dan Lochner as the sun was beginning to set over Perth County and all of southwestern Ontario. Nice calm river as per usual, and just a few clouds in the sky tonight. We had a really nice Monday following a bit of a hit and miss weekend as far as trying to get outside and do anything. It wasn't the heat, it was just the ongoing threat of rain and possible thunderstorms that we had keeping us through the weekend. But things are a little calmer now to start this new work week. And here's Ashley with our long-range forecast.
Well, I hope you've had a great weekend and Monday. It is definitely beautiful outside today, not nearly as hot as we were experiencing last week. I even turned my oven on yesterday. It was a really nice change of pace after all of that heat we've experienced. The humidity also cut in half, and we are seeing temperatures right around the high to mid-20s this week, but a lot more comfortable feeling without all of that humidity in the air. As we take a look at our future cast, we might see a spotty shower over the next few days here and there. We will get a bit of overcast here and there, but the sun will also likely make an appearance. So it's much like last week where we'll get a little bit of everything. Good to be sun safe out there, but not a bad idea to have an umbrella close by just in case. Overnight tonight, very nice conditions ahead. We're expected to go down to 15 degrees, so you might even be able to turn down your AC and crack open a window to enjoy a light breeze. An easterly wind of 20 kilometers an hour is expected. Now tomorrow things are going to heat back up. 28 the expected daytime high, feeling closer to 34 with the humidity, but compared to last week, 34 was where we were starting, and with humidity feeling closer to 44. So we are definitely in a much more comfortable position. And as we take a look to our almanac, we're right where we should be for this time of year. 27 was today, normally 26. The record set back in 1921 at 36.7. As we get a closer look at our 7-day forecast, starting in Waterloo region, the nice summer days continue throughout the week. 28 for Tuesday and Wednesday, 27 by Thursday, a slight chance for showers on Friday, and 25, but the weekend is shaping up to be picture perfect. 26 for both Saturday and Sunday. In Lambton, Kent, Essex, similar conditions expected for your week as well. A little bit warmer there, 29 for Tuesday, 31 and sunny on Wednesday, 30 by Thursday, and back down to 27 by Friday. Not bad. And lastly, in southern Georgian Bay, a beautiful couple days ahead, sunny conditions and 27 for your Tuesday, 28 on Wednesday, showers for Thursday at 27 with a slight chance for Friday, but the weekend 26 and sunny throughout. So Tony, make sure to have that umbrella clear close by, but also your hat and sunglasses as well.
That is what I was just going to ask, Ash, and you have answered the question. Thank you very much. We might need a little bit of everything this week. Okay, present temperature outside our studio is 22 degrees right now. We're going to be back in just 2 minutes. Stay with us.
KW's Bounce 99.5 has the music you just can't quit. Listen all summer for your chance to win. Turn the lights off, carry me home. With Bounce to your backyard.
Well, finally for us tonight, if you are looking for the best loo in Waterloo, well, there is a Facebook group for that. Flush and Tell Waterloo Region features reviews of restrooms at restaurants, cafes, and in other public spaces with a focus on cleanliness and accessibility. CTV's Alexandra Hollick introduces us to the mom who's behind this effort to get some toilet talk going.
When nature calls,
you know, a bathroom like this, I'm probably going to give like a 2 out of 5.
Amy Perry answers honestly. The mom of 2 is on a mission to review restrooms across Waterloo Region.
I am the creator of the Flush and Tell Facebook group, Flush and Tell Waterloo Region.
With more than 300 members in less than 3 months, Flush and Tell aims to do just that.
I wanted to create a space where people could talk about the public washroom experiences that they're having in Waterloo Region.
The rules are simple. You can snap a photo of the facility, but make sure it's clean, no people, and nothing they've left behind. Then post your review to the group so your feedback doesn't get flushed away.
We really discourage photos of really gross toilets. No one needs to see that as they're just scrolling through their feed.
They have a wonderful accessible bathroom that has gotten quite a bit of attention.
Perry says she has a history of chronic illness and a child with autism. For her, finding a suitable bathroom is more than a convenience. It's critical.
I just know that I'm not the only person walking around with some anxiety around bathrooms.
In my case, my son, he's afraid of hand dryers, right? He's autistic, and so he needs a hand towel. So anything with paper towels is really useful for me.
Peter Cheam posts in the group every few days. In his hunt for the best porcelain throne, he says he's also found community.
We could talk about which washrooms are autistic friendly and which are not, which ones are great for toilet paper and having change stations and being accessible.
As for Flush and Tell's future, members say they hope to feature every loo in the region of Waterloo and help people make informed decisions about where they take and do their business.
It's not just about Google reviews and how good the food is, it's also like how good the washroom is too. That's also important as well.
Alexandra Hollick, CTV News, Waterloo.
All right, that's all our time on this Monday, July the 6th. Just a couple of notes for you. We're going to have live FIFA coverage on CTV tomorrow afternoon, so no 5 p.m. show tomorrow, and you can join me live here at 6:30 for your newscast tomorrow night. We'll have a half-hour show at 6:30, but you can also check in with us online right at 6 p.m., ctvnewskitchener.ca. We'll see you then, online and on air tomorrow. Have a good night.